So I have a story to tell you. So I was traveling in the Far East, and we were actually traveling two couples, and we were climbing the Himalaya. And we had the porter, and the porter took something like 80 kilos on his head. It's like he had this band that goes down that held some kind of a basket on his back, and he held 80 kilo. The guy was, I think, 50 years old. I was about 20 something. He looked to me very old at that time. And he was barefoot. There was, most of the time there was snow. And he was very, very slow. His steps were like boom, 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 very slow. However, every morning we will climb, he will go, and we will be whoa ahead of him. And by the end of the day, he will be like an hour before us. So we are four young people after the army, totally in shape, totally excited, carrying maybe 5 kilos on our back. He's with 80 kilos, barefooted, short sleeves, in a freezing cold, and every day he just made it an hour before us. And I was looking at that and I was like, wow, what's going on? How can it be? We are much faster than him, but he's beating us every single day. And the reason is that he had one target in mind, and he did what he did when he did it. And he just walked towards the target. He didn't look left, he didn't look right. He didn't stop like us to go and see the view. He didn't take pictures. He didn't talk. He didn't tell jokes. He had one thing in his mind, and he walked towards that thing, and he always beat us with an hour. Now, what can you learn from it? When you don't get to your target, it is not because you're carrying too much, or because you are barefooted, or because it's difficult. The only reason you don't reach your target is because your attention wanders from your target to something that either looks shiny or look frightening. That's the only reason you don't get to the target. And what looks shiny is nonsense, and what looks frightening never happened, because if you are afraid is only because you are unwilling to perceive. So what you're afraid of obviously do not exist. And the only way to succeed is to be the porter, step after step after step, regardless if you have shoes or you don't have shoes. And you will see that all the emergencies that coming up, all the things that you have to handle, all the pains, everything is just a distraction from you to get to the target. Pain is just an unwillingness to confront the target. When you have a target, if you have an emergency, if someone have a gun to your head, all the pain is gone. You're worried about your life, you have a target to survive. So pain is just a manifestation of an unwillingness to confront the target. When you don't do what you do, when you're doing it, what you get is pain, what you get is worries, what you get is anxiety, what you get is tiredness, what you get is everything that is called human. So if you want to be a superhuman, if you want to actually arrive to your target, you need a target. It has to be super defined. You need to really understand that the target defines what you need to do, and that you must fall in love with who you need to be in order to reach the target. This porter was a porter. We offered him shoes. He didn't want us to buy him shoes. We offered him food at the beginning, and he's like looked at us and said, "What do you think? I'm weak? I'm a porter. I'm not an eater." It like the viewpoint was, I'm a porter. I'm getting there on time. And if you apply it to your life and you have a target, I need to sell $10,000 today. You wake up in the morning and someone asks you, "Good morning, how are you doing?" And you say $10,000. What's your name? $10,000. Do you want to eat? $10,000. Why? 10,000. That's the only thing that you answer. and you will see that the sky will not be the limit for you. Meir Ezra, piece of truth for you.